everybody, welcome back to the vlog. In this one, we are going to be finishing up the outside of our kitchen with Adorn stone, and we are also installing our dry underdeck system, the zip up. It's gonna be sick, first time using it, so make sure you hit subscribe. Stay tuned.
What's up, everybody? We have a lot of our Deckorators ALX cable rail installed, but it's missing one thing: our signature cocktail rail. We like to use a Deckorators deck board. In this case, we're using Costa, and we like to put it on top of our top rail to give that nice finished look. I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how I go about installing it, so make your life easier at home. First thing you got to do is measure it. I like to do a inch overhang from end to end, so I'll measure post to post. I got 42 3/8. At 2 inches, 44 3/8. Go cut it. It's cut. Time to put it on. Well, it's not that easy. I'm going to show you something you got to be mindful of. When we cut our posts, we cut our post to 36 inches. Our top of our rail sits flush with that, but these brackets get in the way. So how I go about that is I'll find where those brackets are on the bottom of this deck board and I'll route it out. So you get your deck board on there. I like to have an inch overhang, and then you can just mark where your brackets are. And then once you have your bracket marked out, just use a router, take out that material, and it'll sit nice and flat on the top rail. So now that you have both brackets routed out, time to check the fit. Now you can see it's going to sit tight with our top rail and tight to our post. And now that our cocktail rail is sitting nice and flat, it's ready to be installed. What I like to do is I like to pre-drill 4 holes into my top rail, and then I can screw from the bottom into the deck board. Board in place, check your measurements, and clamp it down. And that's it. A great, easy way to add some distinct features to your deck. And it looks good also.
So we have our outdoor kitchen framed up. We have it sheathed with plywood. It's just a traditionally framed wall, 2x4s. So the first thing that we're gonna do is wrap it with some house wrap. Any traditional house wrap is gonna work. So we're gonna get a layer of that up first, and then we're gonna do a 15-pound felt tar paper. All right, Catherine, I'm gonna need your help here. We've got our house wrap up. Now we're putting up the 15-pound roofing felt paper. We'll do the same thing here. We'll shingle it. We'll start at the bottom, go up, and then we'll be ready to start installing our stone. All right, we're ready to start installing our stone veneer, and I've organized all of the corners because we're gonna wanna start with those. So I need 12 on each side. I have them set up. Now let's get to the install. So you can see the embedded flange. That is going to be how we secure this to our wall, and our corner units just simply fit together like this. So we'll get these set up, we'll put a level on it, make sure we start level, and then we can move along. We have our first corner installed. Especially with the first row, you're gonna really wanna make sure that you're starting off level. And anytime you're dealing with an outside corner, you wanna start with these corners, then go to our flats. Now let's do the other corner, and we'll make sure that we snap a line here and everything lines up perfectly. We've got our two corners up. So what we're gonna do is just snap our starter line right across the top here. Are you right on top? That's gonna give us a perfect guide, make sure that we're staying consistent. We are building on top of this step, so that gives us a pretty level surface to work off of. If you're installing this on an exterior wall that doesn't have a ledge to start off of, you can use a 2x4, screw that to your wall, use that as your level ledge, and then take it off after installation. We're now ready to start installing our flats. We have that chalk line snapped across here, so all I'm gonna do is make sure as I screw them in, I am just below our chalk line here. And what you want to do with installing these is make sure you have 3 screws per panel, and make sure that one of those fasteners is going into a stud. Station.
Very feminine day today for you. Pink paper, this looks like it belongs to a teenager.
Got this hole in my shoe, yeah.
Glasses, little wood grain action, leopard print.
It's called tortoise shell.
Tortoise?
Tortoise, yeah.
Like a turtle?
Yeah, and my mom said don't shave your head because it'll make your nose look big. I said I'm gonna grow it out. What do you think?
Tell you what, you can eat a hot dog in the rain with that thing.
An Uber driver said that to me once, called it a hoagie umbrella. He said, you
thing.
got hoagie umbrella. I
Same
said, what's
thing.
that? He said, you could eat a hoagie in the rain and wouldn't get wet with that nose. I said, it's incredibly rude, sir. Paid you for a ride. It was actually somebody else's Uber. I took it anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was after a beer fest. No Ubers in the area.
Not one.
Hundreds of people trying to get Ubers at the same time. I walked up to him and he said, you Charles? And I said, yeah, my friends call me Chuck. Let's ride. Hopped in. All right. All right, so we're starting on the zip up underdeck system, and it starts off with the pitch rails. That's gonna create our sloped ceiling to keep it dry. So it comes with these pitch rails, and we're gonna get these installed. What is it, every 4 feet? You got it, Mark?
Yeah, yeah. See that line there?
Yeah. Well, I think we need one right at the end.
We will, but I just did every 4 feet first, and then we'll figure out what
What do we got? So, what do we got? What's our inside to inside run here?
I don't know.
Okay. You did every 4 feet, and then we got like 2 feet, so we got like 14 feet. It's okay if it hangs down a tiny bit. Like if the bottom of it is hanging down a tiny bit. So we'll be down 4 inches. Not necessarily. We can have the we can just bring it to here because we're gonna have this trim. The trim can go all the way up to the underdeck. So now that we have this figured out, we have established that this side Our ceiling is gonna be 4 inches down, and then we have a 3-inch gutter. So we're gonna just pack this down a little bit more so that our gutter totally lands on that beam, and that way you won't see it from the outside. It won't look like it's dangling there. I think it's gonna be a little subtle detail, but I think it's gonna be worth it. Getting our pitch rails up, and you can see we're starting with a doubled 1 inch, so they come in 1/2 inch and 1 inch increments. 1 inch, 1/2 inch. So we're pitching 2 inches, so we've doubled up a 1 inch. Now our next one is going to be 1.5. So we're gonna stack a 1 inch and a 1/2 inch on there, and we're just gonna tape it together and make it a little bit easier to install. Breathing so heavy.
That's what you're doing.
Me?
Yeah, you're trying to breathe. Well,
I've been doing a lot of meditation. I'm a deep breather now.
sounds like
Whoa! Can you drill it? Alright, we're almost done installing our pitch rails. We've got 2 inches to 1.5 to 1 inch to 1/2 inch to nothing. And now, as Tom finishes up these last couple pieces, I'm gonna start on our wall trim. So this essentially is going to accept our panels, and it's also going to accept our main rails that go in between each panel. So we need to go around the perimeter, and it's gonna follow the pitch of our system. So this one is just going to go tight up to the framing of the deck, and then our sides are what's going to pitch. Five minutes.
Yeah, with our hands in their pockets, just
Yeah. Oh, there they are.
yeah. Right on cue.
Jesus. I don't know. What were you doing? Fire. All right, next step. We got our trim rails up. What are they called? Wall trims. We got our wall trims up. They are following the pitch of this system here. So we've got that 1/2 inch per 4 feet, aka 1/8 inch per foot, right? No, that's not right. Is that right? That's right. Sick. Okay, so now what we're doing is we're getting started on the panels themselves. So the panels are right here. Nice black color. Ooh, yeah. So we figured out our layout here. They're 12 inches on center. So we want to have a roughly even piece on both sides. So we figured that out at 9 inches to start, and that'll leave us with roughly a 9-inch piece at the end. So, you know, you just want to have everything kind of even. We like that. So apparently you just score this with a knife, snap it, and then we'll start putting it in. We'll show you how we do it. Good. Waiting. Hey, you want to see this?
Yeah.
It'll also be in the YouTube video. I know you haven't gotten to see like the whole thing.
We do YouTube videos?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it's not really a YouTube. It's more of like a Me Too.
It's not Me Too.
People lately have really been like, why do you talk so much?
You talk a lot?
It's like, what else am I gonna do?
I don't even
You know,
hear.
like, what do you want me to do? Just like sit here and mime the whole thing?
I don't even hear you.
Yeah. You start to tune it out after a while, you know? It's like white noise. Oh, you know what would probably be perfect for you?
What?
Like, you know, people like white noise
No.
to sleep with?
Yeah.
It'll just be me, like, chattering.
Just talking.
Yeah.
No light.
Yeah, just whatever.
Put the
Just
cereal in the bowl first or the milk in the bowl first?
Come on. That's like, if you put the milk in first, you're a psychotic person.
Yeah. Do you
And then, all right, so now you've eaten your bowl of cereal, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, there's milk left in the bowl.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I put more cereal if I'm gonna have another bowl.
My man, I'll run this. I'll keep eating cereal until that
Look.
milk's gone.
Yeah.
Why are you living on rations?
Huh? I don't know. Maybe I need a raisin.
You know what this is not good for? All the people that already fan our videos. You guys don't do anything. We've got 5 people working on this.
Yeah. You go in first because you gotta go.
Alright, and where does this go? This goes in between the two?
Yeah. I'm gonna need like another set of hands. Where it's sagging. Not
In the
floppy.
middle?
Yeah, not floppy.
Guys, when you get changed in the dark,
Why?
2 different socks on.
Oh, yeah.
Catherine, don't ask questions. This is neck down moment. Because they're frustrated. They don't want to answer questions.
Still not in, John.
I can see that!
Well, you're moving forward. I was trying to help. You're right, guys. I won't say anything else. I'm so sorry.
You just kept saying it like, it's not in. It's not in. Sean, it's still not in.
I'm really sorry, guys. You're gonna scrape the siding. What are you doing? Stop!
Alright, I'll go on this side. Alright, you gotta put it in sideways, like this.
Now this clicks up into it.
Clicks up beyond. Alright, you wanna switch spots? You seem to have a good.
Do you want to try it?
Oh, I can do it too.
You can try if you want.
That's
You're doing
actually-
such a good job.
Thank you so much.
Pushes up.
I'm still can't figure it out.
Well, for me, this piece will still be on the ground.
Click, click, boom.
On Saturdays when kids go out and play, while I was up in my room, I let the radio play. Keep looking at it.
You're gonna crease it and put a weight mark in it. It's black plastic.
You're pulling
We
it
didn't
with
even.
the tape
Now we have to
measure.
get people.
I was holding it for you.
We all worked so good as a team yesterday. What the hell happened?
Am I that?
There's one more variable.
Am I that variable? Do you guys get nervous around me?
Is Jose still here? All right, we got our second piece interlocked. I think we got the system down now. We'll show you how these panels fit together. So they just snap together into that rail that we put in with our last piece. Now we'll just put it in sideways, turn it, and bing, bang, boom. That's it. Throw that screw in there, and right here we have a rubber gasket on screw. So it's gonna seal it up, and we're not gonna get any water intrusion into here. The more that we can keep it in between each panel, the better. That's it. It's pretty easy. It's going good now. John looks clean too, baby. I like it. Right in the middle?
Yep.
Okay.
Here it comes.
Oh my God, I'm getting covered.
With excitement.
Whoa! Look at it! We don't need a gutter, that's awesome looking. I feel like this is so cool because this is exactly what I expected to happen. But wow, it works. Huh, that's cool. Last thing that we'll do before we put the gutter up, we will use a section of main rail backwards. We'll screw this into it, and that's going to block any water wanting to travel back up. It's called the capillary action of water, and that's also going to help get these nice and straight. This side we tucked into the wall trim, so it's nice and straight and super flat. These are just kind of like, you know, hanging. So once we screw this in, it's gonna flatten those all out, and this will just go right inside the gutter.
Very clean, classy.
Just like me. Well, now that we have the zip up system done, still gotta do that gutter, so stay tuned for that. And the kitchen pretty much wrapped up. We're on to the patio, but you're gonna have to wait for the next vlog for that. We've got a beautiful natural stone patio going in here. We're gonna be finishing up the fire pit and everything else on this project, so make sure you hit subscribe, stay tuned, and until next time, this has been Premier Outdoor Living.